All right. Let's watch Trae Crowder talk about all the people being disappeared.
Team Trump, the big mass deportation effort, has been an abject circus whose startling ineptitude is matched only by its needless cruelty. I've tried so far, the low light of the whole thing has been the deportation and subsequent disappearance of a Maryland father who was here legally.
Okay, so I hate to disagree with Trae Crowder right off the bat, but the Garcia case is really bad. But the one with the gay hairstylist from Venezuela that was sent to the same prison actually seems even crazier. Even crazier. I can't wrap my mind around the fact that everything that these people do are actually, like, they're bad at everything. Like, you would think Donald Trump would get something right. At one point, I mean, just fucking statistically speaking, there'd be a W in there. And that's why I say, like, it almost feels like the Curtis Yarvin shit, all that shit is 100. Because, I mean, even if you're just bad, every once in a while you're going to get something right. Every once in a while you're going to do something like on accident that ends up being a W for people. And at this point, so far, we got nothing but L's. But I did want to point out, because I know everybody is super fixated on the Garcia case, and that is important, as obviously it's a complete shit show. The very fact that the government of the United States said, we made a mistake, and we sent him over there. They said it multiple times. We made a mistake. It was an administrative error. And then the Supreme Court says, bring him back. And they say, oh, we can't do that. Like, that's fucking insane. But then also, I want people to not forget that also there was this hairdresser. They said, if you look at his Facebook, and he's the guy that was on the 60 Minutes, the recent 60 Minutes episode. They said, what was the lady's name? She was a campaign manager or something like that for Vivek. And now she's the DHS person. Once again, all the most unqualified people you could possibly imagine. But she came out and she said, the proof of this guy's affiliation with Tren de Agua is all over his Facebook. And 60 Minutes went back a decade. And all there is like pictures of this gay dude like doing magician shit while holding, like, hairstyling products. Like, once again, I don't know how many motherfuckers out there I have to say this to, but you have obviously not grown up with gang members if you think a gay hairstylist that has a Facebook full of fucking headshots is out doing gang shit. These people are going to be real fucking surprised when they meet a real gang member. And I hope that happens soon. Just saying.
Has been the deportation and subsequent disappearance of a Maryland father who was here legally, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who has been shipped to El Salvador for the crime of being brown while having tattoos. And now you got rednecks all around this country who would gladly show off that badass new Grim Reaper holding a flamethrower in front of the Stars and Bars chest piece they got, saying unironically, well, only dangerous gang members have tattoos BJ. Like that. Everybody knows that.
It looks like people are getting.
But in this case, even the Trump administration admits they were wrong. Bucket. Perhaps the most shocking part. They're like they acknowledge he never should have been deported. Well, since they
I know. I'm going to probably go over there and check it out too.
To help him return, right? No, that was Barr's chest piece they got. Salvador for the crime of being brown while having tattoos. And now you got rednecks all around this country who would gladly show off that badass new Grim Reaper holding a flamethrower in front of the Stars and Bars chest piece they got, saying unironically, well, only dangerous gang members have tattoos like that. Everybody knows that. Right, but in this case, even the Trump administration admits they were wrong. Perhaps the most shocking part. They're like they acknowledge he never should have been deported. Well, since they acknowledge it, clearly they're working diligently to help him return. Right? No, that would suggest basic decency. No, they're letting a man they acknowledge is innocent rot away in a hellhole that would make the dementors of Azkaban blush, while they try desperately to gaslight the rest of us into just forgetting and moving on. And we can't do that. This is unacceptable. Insane. Even the Supreme Court agrees that this guy must be brought home. Well, sort of. They said that the Trump admin had had to facilitate but could not effectuate his return, whatever the hell that means. Thanks for clearing that up, guys. I guess it's like, oh, they have to try, but they can't force it. But the Trump administration's like, what if we also just don't try? And they're like, yeah.
And see, I kind of feel like the surprisingness of the Supreme Court being a 9-0, I think that's what he's saying right there is the reason. I think Clarence Thomas, Alito, Gorsuch, I think they knew that using that language in that manner would make it so Trump wouldn't have to bring that guy back. I wouldn't be surprised at all to find out that Clarence Thomas intentionally used that language and let Trump know that he doesn't have to. Like, I mean, where we're at nowadays, the insane shit that's going on in this government, it feels like they're willing to do crime right in front of your face, and then they just tell you, like, it didn't happen. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that Clarence Thomas or one of these other, like Alito, these other judges had intentionally let that go through because it looked like it was 9-0, like they were on the side of the American people.
Yeah, that's fine too. So I don't know what's going on, but they do say, they're like, listen, he's fine, he's alive. You're just never, ever gonna see him again. It's like, really? You're really gonna hit us with the whole he went to a farm upstate thing? Like, you know, we're not 6 years
Bigly
old,
words,
right?
5 alarm.
I mean,
Bigly
we all
words.
got a MAGA Aunt Tammy who would literally believe that was true if Trump told her. She'd be like, nuh-uh, Trump plainly said he gets to play with all the other Mexicans every day and they love it.
Oh, shit, son. He said, Trump said he gets to play with all the other Mexicans. Holy shit, it wouldn't be so funny if it wasn't true, though. You know, it's kind of funny, too, that, like, every one of us can say, like, my Aunt Tammy, or, okay, sorry, Tammy. Sorry, Tammy. It's funny that, I'm calling out fucking people that are like, people are just catching strays right now. Sorry, Aunt Tammy. Like, everybody's got like an Aunt Karen that they're like, fucking somebody in their family has broken and fucking became so mentally unstable that we now tell stories about how Donald Trump could easily calm them with just a few words. Like, if we ever recover from this shit, all of us are going to have like MAGA Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, right? If we ever get out of this shit, all of us are going to be so fucking traumatized. We're going to be sitting around in a circle like Alcoholics Anonymous. And you're going to be like, just like sitting there and you're like, no, like my Aunt Karen literally believed that women's uteruses were falling out of their bodies because of the COVID vaccine. And people are like, damn, really? Like, oh yeah, you think that's crazy? You think that's crazy? Yeah, like my uncle, he killed 17 people for Donald Trump because he thought they were all illegal immigrants slaying nurse joggers. And you're like, damn, that's crazy. like we're all going to be sitting around in circles, fucking just like twiddling our hands all nervously with anxiety and shit. Every time the door opens, looking to see if it's fucking some crazy ass fucking Trump supporter. We're gonna need fucking therapy.
There. Right. I mean, how is this the straight
life begins in erection? Don't forget.
Administration. They're like, we fully acknowledge that this man was here legally and did absolutely nothing wrong. Also, we have disappeared him from the face of the earth forever. We will not be rectifying this or, in fact, even pretending to try or care.
It's fucking crazy.
Further, we're not accepting criticism at this time, and you can all go fuck yourselves. Like, what? This is insane. I mean, if they do this in broad daylight and then nothing ever happens, like, what's to stop them in the future from disappearing some dude from a college protest because he showed up with a sign 100%. That had a picture of Trump's floppy old man titties on it, you know? And, like, people on the right will hear me say that and call it liberal hysteria. Like, oh, here we go. Nobody's rounding up American citizens, okay? This was an unfortunate but isolated incident, and mistakes happen, all right? You know, you can't make an autocratic ethno-state omelet without cracking a few innocent marginalized eggs, okay?
Autocratic ethno-state.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia is not an egg. He's a real human man.
It's
and
fucking
a father.
insane.
And perhaps because I am also those things, yes, I took a minute to consider what it might feel like if that happened to me. And because I did, I find it all horrific and disgusting. That's called empathy. Y'all should give it a shot sometime. I promise it won't make you gay. No, but what it might do is turn this country back into something that's worth aspiring towards.
Jesus
Who's
Christ.
to say? And as with most things today, the way you feel about this story might primarily come down to how your own preferred media source presents the information to you. Let me show you what I mean.
All right, y'all, we're here on Ground News' website. We're going to coverage of an update here. President of El Salvador says he won't return mistakenly deported man to the U.S. Over here, you can see the coverage breakdown on 100 sources so far, evenly distributed between the left and the center, fewer on the right. That's interesting. If you got any sort by bias, you look at left-leaning outlets.
You guys remember Micro Machines? Remember Micro Machines? That's what this shit reminds me of. Reminds me of the guy off Micro Machines.
And not really mincing words. U.S. and El Salvador celebrate the refusal to return man wrongly deported to Gulag. It says that Trump brags he's got the best relationship with the coolest dictator in the world. El Salvador's president refuses to return man who was mistakenly deported. Quote, full-blown constitutional crisis. So they're making no bones about it. This is a bad, bad situation and patently unfair. You can see here, I know where this is from on Ground News because before you ever click an article, you can see the bias of the outlet, you can see the factuality rating, and you can see the ownership where the money comes from. If you look instead at the right, it feels a little different. This Newsmax notes that he said, I don't have the power to return him. It's like, well, so what's he supposed to do? He's just the president of that place. Why would he have any power? He says he will not return deported MS-13 gang member to the U.S. So they're still referring to him as a gang member on this particular source. You can see how differently this information is presented depending on where you're sourcing it from. That's the insight you get from Ground News. I've been working with them for more than a year. They add that context and transparency to the media you consume. So you can follow along at ground.news/Trae, or you can see that QR code there for more. That's not all they do. They got a lot of great features. One of my favorites, the blind spot feature that shows you stories that are not being covered on either side of the political spectrum right now. So you can see what's going on down at the other end of the fence, right? See what they're not talking about on the left or the right, and step out of your bubble for a minute, see what's going on. So,
yeah, you guys remember this girl, the Tufts girl? Yeah, what happened to her, dude? It's like, it's 100% Steve Bannon, man. It's flood the zone, but it's even crazier because it used to be flood the zone with like bad information, disinformation, misinformation. Now it's like flood the zone with horrific shit. Like, it's like, okay, so if we disappear all kinds of motherfuckers at the same time, they can only like focus on one or two. Like, I mean, there's the guy, okay, so there's the guy who got tackled in the courtroom. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. That's fucked up. Some bystanders there. Some old ass man gets knocked down and is just like laying on the floor, like fucking like a beached whale, just like he can't get up. He's all fucked up. So there's that guy. There's the kid with the water gun that they said that he had a real gun on his Facebook, but he actually had a water gun. There's the barber. There's Garcia. There's the Tufts University. There's Khalil. Don't forget about Khalil. Fuck, he was like the first one. I mean, it just goes on and on, right? Like, it's getting to a point where it's like, it's hard to remember which people have been disappeared, and I think they're doing that shit on purpose. Oh, I don't know if you guys know about this dude from Palantir. Yeah, we should watch one of these videos that we watch during the week, not Wednesday and Saturday. We'll watch the Palantir videos because those videos, people need to know about Palantir and they need to know how fucking insane this is. The Palantir thing is crazy. What's up, Talia? What's up, Fixer? What's up, HCB? Bucket, did you just notice Nana's here? We have been graced with the presence of Nana. 5-alarm fire, $20. Thank you, 5-alarm. Notice how Trump hasn't been doing rallies. I guess MAGA served their purpose. He's probably like, I mean, he said it, right? Like he said, after this, we won't need your vote anymore. Like people, I know a lot of people interpret that as in they stole the election. I interpret it in a much simpler way. And I think that is, once you vote, man, like we don't need your help anymore. Like, all you guys got to do is get us in there and we will destroy everything you love. We don't need any help from you. That's what I heard when they said that shit. And, yeah, so what was it? It was like the first 2 weeks, right? Like he did a bunch of rallies. He's in like Vegas talking about the no tax on tips. And by the way, if you eliminate the no tax on tips, the tax on overtime, if you eliminate all these taxes, you're actually making Social Security less solvent, right? Like you're going to make it go insolvent faster. So they believe, what is it? They said by 2035, going at the rate we're going now, that it'll become insolvent, which means that Social Security doesn't go away. I think they said they'd have to cut it by 23%. So whatever check you're getting now, you would get 77% of that check in 2035. But they said because of Donald Trump's economic policies that if you wanted to get rid of tax on tips, if you want to get rid of tax on overtime, if you try to get rid of other taxes and then use tariffs instead, that it actually forwards that progress, I think, to 2030. So how fucking nuts is that? That with Trump in office, by the time that Donald Trump is out of office, if he's ever out of office, that's a fucking question now. But if he is ever out of office, let's say he goes out in 2029, right? That's when the next person would take office. We would be 1 year away from Social Security being insolvent. 1 fucking year. This is like, it's the dumbest shit, man. It's the dumbest shit. They're flooding the zone with all the overflowing events. Yeah, I believe that that's actually true. Update on woman dragged out of town hall. Security lost business license and got arrested. Liz, were there repercussions? Did somebody face repercussions, Liz? Holy shit. That's thank God. Oh, well, thank you, Luck. Please stay. please stay. I'm going to take that as a joke, brother. Please stay.
On something I think we could all stand to do a little more of.
So if that sounds good to you, scan that QR code or click the link in the description below.
Okay. All right. We're going to take him off 2 because I don't know if I can take Trae Crowder at 2.0. Let's go back. Here you go. Back to normal for
Trae. You get 40% off the highest tiered Vantage program from Ground News today. That's $5 a month. Or you could try it for free. Either way, the time is nigh. Push back on the bias and BS. Check out Ground News today.
I do like that.
All right, YouTube, man, we're back. Yeah, listen, I don't really do impressions. Here's my impression of a Trump staffer in the Department of Kicking People the fuck out of here. Doing a press conference, he gets interrupted by a heckler who calls him a Nazi. It's like, okay. You know what? I'm about sick and tired of the left always talking about, how the MAGA and the right, the Republicans, they've made this country so divided. They've divided us all. That's what you love to say on the left, right? And then here you are. Who is it? Always calling your fellow Americans Nazis and fascists, right? It's unfounded.
Did you see the recent one? The recent one was they're all sharing on Easter last year, Joe Biden shared Transgender Day instead of Easter, which is fucking dumb, of course, because Biden literally shared the Transgender Observation Day and also shared Easter. I mean, he's fucking Catholic, for God's sake, pun intended. And they're like, and Donald Trump is celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. And I'm like, or are you celebrating Hitler's birthday? I mean, I'd say it's 50-50. Just saying. There is a chance that Donald Trump is pretty goddamn stoked 420 happens to be Easter. And I'm not going to, I don't believe it's because he's hitting the bong, okay? I'm thinking his two favorite holidays are coexisting on the same day. He's pretty goddamn stoked. Let's hope he eats a lot of Big Macs. Let's hope he has like 10 Big Macs at the Easter egg roll. And this problem solves itself. Let's hope. Okay? All right? 20 memberships! Thank you, 5 Alarm Fire. Dude, we have so many people in the fucking Angry Ginger Army now. There's so many people. We're taking over. We're taking over the YouTubes. We're taking back our country. We're going to fucking... We are not going down, okay? We got an army, and we are building, and we're becoming stronger. Thank you, 5 Alarm Fire.
Unnecessary. It's un-American.
Let's see if we can get Nana
a what's really dividing this country. We are not Nazis. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, the administration's coordinated campaign to round up undesirables and ship them off to concentration camps is going off without a hitch. Well, we got this one little thing. It's kind of a little bit of a bump in the road. That'll be fine. We're working on that. You guys ain't got to worry about it.
Taking over the YouTube.
I just don't know how much more bald-faced Nazi-type stuff they could do and still pretend to get mad when people point it out. I'm guessing all of it, the rest of it, however much it takes, any way you want to put it. Also,
but they don't do that stuff for them. They do it for the left, because it's trolling pretty much to them. They know that they can just say that to left-wing people, and then other left-wing people will point it out. Like, somebody on the left will say, those guys are fucking Nazis. And then the right-wing people will go, oh, yeah, everybody's a Nazi. And then they know that somebody on the left will pick it up and go like, yeah, dude, don't call everybody a Nazi, okay? Don't call everybody a Nazi. Because they know. Because, like, left-wing people tend to be more self-critical. They tend to be more self-analyzing. They tend to be more empathetic. So as soon as somebody on the right calls them out for anything, other people don't want to be seen as being unempathetic or non-self-critical. So they call out their own people. They know what they're doing. They're not doing it for them. They're doing it for you to criticize the people within your own party.
Also, there was another thing I saw that
might get that half yacht. That's right, DJ.
We got a measles outbreak.
We're gonna need it.
Going on.
We're gonna need a half yacht to get the fuck out in the international water as soon as possible.
In time this whole time anyway, so it makes sense that we'd be getting like, what do we get? What's next? Consumption.
Bucket. That's funny.
But yeah, we got a measles outbreak mostly in Texas, also tracks. So they sent Robert Downey. They sent RFK Jr.
Okay, hold on. We gotta pause
to handle it.
I don't know. I need like celebration music or something. I don't have celebration music, but Naughty Nana does. Joining the Angry Ginger Army is quite possibly the most epic moment in my entire YouTube career. Okay? Nana, you have joined. Thank you so much, Nana. This is an amazing moment for me. This is like, you know, they say never meet your heroes, but they didn't say don't let your heroes join your army. Okay? So, it's a fucking thing. All right? This is amazing. Nana in the army. Okay? It doesn't get much better than that, guys. All right, next we're going to try for Bill Burr. All right? If we get Nana and we get Bill Burr, ain't nobody stopping us. No fucking chance. We got this shit on lockdown. I mean, already with Nana in the army, we're pretty much unstoppable. Okay? Thank you, Nana. I appreciate you.
Right? Because that's what he does. That's his job. Because that's the timeline we live in. It's like that. Dude, that would be like appointing Alex Jones the czar of disinformation, right? Actually, don't give him any ideas. Like, yeah, our American citizens are believing way too much bullshit. We need somebody to fix it. I got just the guy.
Oh my God.
Alex Jones, send Joe Rogan with him. It'll be great. They got this on lock. That's the equivalent of sending RFK Jr. to fix a measles outbreak. He gets down there and he's just like, well, how much raw milk are you drinking? Right? You guys getting enough sun? Is that it? Like, we were thinking, they got a vaccine for this, right? We were just using that. Well, let me stop you right there. You have any idea what could happen if you took a vaccine for this thing that's killing your child? They could, you know, other bad stuff could happen, maybe. It could even kill them, like the thing that's killing them now, that the vaccine is for. But you don't want that, right? It's like, it's absolutely insane out here in these streets. And then finally, the other thing I saw was
crazy.
Bill Maher had a dinner with Trump and came away from it convinced that the wokeness is going to be the death of the Democratic Party. So I'm hearing that and I'm like, so you think that the answer is like more Chuck Schumer's and Nancy Pelosi? That's what you think has been missing? That's what you think is holding the Democratic Party down? Because I'm not sure about that. Because you know the people that I think you would have to categorize as being the most woke in the actual party itself, the progressive wing headlined by, Bernie Sanders and AOC. You know they've been like doing rock concerts at Coachella, right? To fucking sold out crowds.
Bernie was literally there.
Just kicking ass, taking names, filling up stadiums and shit lately.
Elbows up!
When's the last time Chuck Schumer did that? You see Chuck Schumer at Bonnaroo last year? Really getting the crowd going? It's like, no, it's absolutely asinine. It's the exact opposite of what needs to happen, in my opinion. It's like, but I don't know how to get that across to these people. Also, he don't take my calls no more, so that's fine. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll put my comedy special up here, Trash Daddy. That's a new one. Just came out in the past month. So if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. It's fun. Also, subscribe to the channel. You can see all these videos and podcasts and other things that I do. And importantly to me,
I love Trae, Luck. Yeah, I love Trae. Dude, oh my God. Like, when he said that shit about Alex Jones being the misinformation czar, I actually thought he was saying that was true. Because I could 100% believe that. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out that video on the screen now.